Hey guys, welcome back. It's gonna get a bit serious in this video, and if I'm being completely honest, I wasn't even thinking of making this video because I posted this on my Instagram and I got a lot of different types of comments from different traders. Some traders think I'm very smart for sticking to my stop loss, and the other side of traders think that I'm very stupid for not taking my profits at the top because I went from $10,000 in the green to $500 red in a matter of 2 minutes. Another reason is that I don't have a recording of all my trades, but I got a lot of comments on my Instagram to make a video on this day because trading is not always about bells and whistles. As a trader, you have to risk your money in order to make more money, and this video will be a perfect example of doing that. In this video, I will first show you guys a recap of the trade I took right off the open within the first 5 minutes. That caused a lot of traders to trigger on my Instagram. Secondly, I will explain the reasoning why I decided to hold that trade and why I got out with a small loss. And finally, I will show you guys the end result, the end PNL for the day. Before we jump on to my game plan, make sure that you give this video a thumbs up because this video is going to be very entertaining for you guys. My first trade of the day was on Tesla. That was straight from our game plan that I post every single market open day on our Discord group. If you guys want to be part of our Discord group, the link will be in the description box below. I was watching Tesla for the day because they released the delivery numbers for Q3 over the weekend and they beat that number by approximately 10%. We could see the reaction of that news in the pre-market itself. In the pre-market, Tesla made a pre-market high of around $802 level. Before the market opened, Tesla was around $795. My plan was to take it on the pullback if I see a lot of buyers stepping up. The levels I was looking for the upside were obviously the break of $800 level, the break of 802, that was the pre-market high, for a continuation move towards the upside. If you forget about the levels and look at the daily chart, Tesla has been making a really nice bull flag on the 1-day chart, and that's why I was liking Tesla for a break towards the upside. It is an A+ opportunity according to my strategy, according to my journal. I go through my journal every single week. I look at the trades that are looking A+ on higher time frames. As per my strategy, I like to increase size on those opportunities if I'm green for the month. August and September were really good months for me. October 1st, I made around $4,000 on October 1st. That was Friday last week. So I had the cushion from the past 2 months. I had a cushion from 1st of October so that I could increase my size on this trade. This is the recording of my trade on Tesla. As I mentioned, 802, this dotted line is the pre-market high and this is the yesterday's high, this dotted line. I wanted to enter before the break. My plan was to enter before the break if I see a lot of green on the time and sales. I saw that 792 level was kind of holding and my stop loss was 790. My plan was to take a small starter position on the pullback with a small stop loss. So if I'm entering at 792, my stop loss is 790. Then my plan was to add to my position. As per my plan, I took 10 contracts. I'm trading 800 calls, same week expiry. My fill price was 15.73. And now my plan is that if it breaks 797 or 798 and if I see a lot of buyers stepping up, I will add 20 more contracts to my position. And I'm increasing my size on this trade because of the reasons I explained earlier. So as per my plan, it's still holding the $792 level. It never reached my stop loss. Then we suddenly see a lot of buying on the time and sales. We see a lot of green and it's holding the VWAP on the 5 minutes as well. As per my plan again, I added 20 more contracts at a fill price of 16.90, trading the same 800 calls, same week expiry. Now on this trade, my plan is to catch a bigger move towards the upside. According to my strategy, this is an A+ opportunity. And I kind of had an idea that if it breaks 802 and 805, we might see Tesla go to $820 level. My first profit target was to catch the break of 805. Most likely, I would have taken 50% of my position out at the break of 805 level towards the upside. Tesla is doing exactly what I wanted to do at this point. It broke 799. There was a huge order at $800 level. The small pullback, the small hesitation before the break of 800, it's normal. I'm still holding my position. At the break of pre-market high, you guys can see that the premiums had a top of around 19.50. And that is the reason if I would have exited my trade at the top around 802.5 at the break of high of the day, at the break of pre-market high, at the moment high of the day is at 803. The maximum premiums went to were around 19.50. If I would have exited all my contracts right at the top, this trade was easily around $8.5 to $9,000 trade, approximately $10,000. but I still held on to my position. I held on to my whole position, and let's see what happens in the next minute. Tesla made a small wick around $802 level, which is also normal. When Tesla breaks a critical level, this kind of price action is pretty normal. At this point, my stop loss is 798 or 797. That will be the break of the VWAP towards the downside. But you guys can see suddenly at the break of 798, we saw a huge seller step up here and the premiums dropped down to 16.35. If you have seen my previous recaps, you guys know that if I'm green on a trade, I will exit at break even, and that's what my plan was on this trade. I was thinking of exiting when the premiums come down to 17.50 or $17 because that would have still been a green trade. But unfortunately in this case, this move was so aggressive that the premiums dropped very quickly. I tried to get filled at the bid and my fill price was 16.35. So this means at 9:34 candle, I was up around $9,000 to $10,000 for the day. Just after 1 minute, at 9:35, I'm down $500 for the day. Just to verify, here's my PNL after the first 5 minutes of the market open. My entry was at 9:30, my exit was at 9:35. I showed you guys that the premiums were around 19.30, 19.50 at this wick. So I would have made $9,000 in theory. These words called would have and could have and should have are very bad in trading. I don't like using them. But just for the sake of explanation, I would have made $9,000. But then I exited that trade just after like 30-40 seconds for a loss of $500 on this trade. That was the recording of my trade on Tesla. But the purpose of this video, it's not only showing the recording of my trade, but explaining the emotions and the trade idea, what I was thinking when I took that trade. On that trade, I took 30 contracts. I was risking $4,000 to $5,000 in order to make $15,000 to $20,000. Because if Tesla would have tested 805, that was my first profit target, and broke 805, continued towards the upside, I would have easily made $15,000 to $20,000 on this trade. So I was risking $5,000 in order to make $15,000 or $20,000 on this trade. At the end of this trade, I still got out with $500 of loss, which is a good thing because I was risking $5,000. If I would have held this trade for maybe a few more minutes, this loss could have been $10,000. That's why I stuck to my strategy. I stuck to my trading plan. Now, if you look at this trade, it's understandable and it's pretty easy to have two kind of biases when you look at this trade. Some traders will think I was very smart because I was risking $5,000 to make $20,000, and then overall I ended up with $500 in the red, which was good risk management. While the other side of traders will think that I should have taken my profits at $10,000. So there's no right way or the correct way to go about it. But if you ask me, my suggestion, my feedback to myself, I stand somewhere in the middle. Because the overall market was looking weak, my profit target was good, my entries were really good right off the open, I entered on the pullback, my addition was really good, but the overall tech sector, that is the Nasdaq, and the QQQ and the SPY were selling off right off the open. So I should have adapted to the market conditions and maybe taken 50% of my position out at the break of pre-market high. That's the review I will give to myself. I'm not mad at holding on to my winner or holding on to my loser, because my plan was to risk $5,000 to make $20,000, and I think this trade was really good. If the QQQ was supporting this play, Tesla would have gone to maybe 805. I don't know. It's about accepting the risk and sticking to your plan. Also, there are many different types of traders. I can also say that if you look at two traders who got the same education, who have been trading for the same amount of time, have the same experience, same resources, same platforms, still their entries and exits will be different. This is because we all think different, and that's the overall good thing about the market, because market is very volatile because a lot of different types of traders are trading the market. I have seen traders taking $1 or $2 move on Tesla. Some traders take $30 move on Tesla, and that's the amazing thing about the stock market. That is the reason before you make any comments on a trade that a trader took, just know that no two traders can be the same. You don't know the risk management or the trade idea of that other trader. And guess what? If all of us and all the algorithms take the same entries and exits, there won't be a market anymore. At the end, when everything was said and done, I ended the day with $800 in the green. Unfortunately, I don't have a recording of all my trades, and this video is gonna be 25 minutes long, but I will post a screenshot of my portfolio right there. After my losing trade on Tesla, the first trade, I took another trade on mRNA that was a loser. Then I was able to capitalize on a really good trade on Amazon, then Facebook, then mRNA again, overall ending the day in the green. That's it guys, just showing you the reality of day trading. Day trading is very difficult, it's very emotional. You can go from $10,000 in the green to $500 in the red. It's not about looking at your PNL, it's about trading your strategy and sticking to your trading plan. If you guys have any questions, post a comment down below. Make sure that you give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for a lot more content on day trading. Thank you for watching. I will see you guys in the next video.